One thing I liked Americans to know about me as an immigrant and as an Indian American, my hyphenated identity is that I'm as American as apple pie. Apple pie is kind of one of the longest standing symbol of America. It's considered an American dish, and it's made at every major occasion, Memorial Day, Thanksgiving, July 4th, any of our national celebrations. But this dessert didn't actually come from America, because apples did not come from America. They came from Asia. They're native to Asia. Can you believe it? And they've been in America as long as Europeans have. So as an Indian American, I'd like my fellow Americans to know that we are the second largest immigrant group in the United States. We also have our first vice president who was of Indian origin, South Asian origin, as well as African American origin. And our cultural identity today as Indian Americans is shaped by both our rich Indian roots and our variegated American experiences. So, just like apple pie, as an immigrant, I'm, a blended, reshaped American, and I've ingrained myself into the fabric of this country, just like every other American has over the generations. So, immigrants do make up America and make America great. And for something as unique as apple pie to be equated to the immigrant experience, I think it resonates very much with me because all of us who come from elsewhere have been transformed by our unique experiences in America. And as individuals, we have adopted and lived in this country, and we love America as much as we love our countries of origin as well. So that's something I definitely would like my fellow Americans to know. And a misconception or stereotype or issue that I have encountered over the years is that of snake charmers. Where all Indians are considered as snake charmers or of that ilk. I've been asked that question so many times, especially when I first landed in the United States, about snake charmers, and I'm afraid of snakes. I will stay away from them. I especially have a very bad phobia with snakes, and when they asked me about that, I would just cringe first. And I don't know if that stereotype is because it's because of a lack of knowledge about who Indians are as a people, or it's perpetuated by Indiana Jones in the Temple of Doom, where we are all eating monkey brains and charming snakes. But for our generation of immigrants, I think that's one of those stereotypes that we faced, and I hope it's no longer the case, and that people have gone past that. I was asked this question as recently as 3 years ago, so hopefully it's going away, but I don't know. But also another compliment I used to get was on my English, which I used to feel very strange about, because English is the official language of India, one of the official languages of India, and we all do business in English in India. And I grew up, I talk in English and think in English and read in English and speak in English more than any other language. Of course, I do know all the other, I speak 5 languages and write about 4 of them. But I was taken aback when people would, I'm sure they meant it as a compliment, but it would come across as very crass sometimes, because yes, Indians speak English. So that's something I would like to highlight and let my fellow Americans know. And also, we are seen as very nerdy. Believe it or not, I never associated myself with the word nerd till I landed here. I am not a nerd. and people of Indian origin are usually portrayed as stereotypically nerdy in all TV series on television. I don't know if you watched The Big Bang Theory or even the latest season 2 of Never Have I Ever, the Netflix show by Mindy Kaling. But some of these characters could have been better shaped and had some kind of sensitivity to the, how we are portrayed within the American television shows, as well as, how we are normalizing kind of all of these stereotypes through these shows. Kind of gives you an idea of how art can perpetuate stereotypes, and how portraying people of certain national ethnicity or origin in a certain way could be a depressing image for the youngsters of that community in the future, kind of hampering and hindering their progress and their achievement. And it does have lots of real world impact, in the way in which you portray Indians or anyone else from a different country within the television shows as well as in art. We need to be more representative of that within the sphere of the art world. And I don't see a lot of Indian Americans, in other areas than engineering and medicine a lot. Maybe it's because of that stereotype that perpetuates and continues through the generations, that we are very good in medicine and engineering and the sciences, but we're not that good outside of that. But that's not true anymore. I hope that the younger generation is able to overcome that and show that we are all human at the end of the day, and we are just people, and we just want to be treated as such, right? So